Alrighty, so I'm just gonna start with with this. I didn't even know this was over here. I don't know when they added this or if this has always been here, but I've never seen this before. I just did it for the first time. I thought it was kind of cool. You can just look at the stars with Percival. I don't know. Anyway, let's move to the arena. Okay, so we have the new Gelda, and honestly, she's really cool. I actually am a little confused at the fact that they made a brand new Gelda instead of making it a green old Gelda, but maybe there was just some weird stuff with the old Gelda that they didn't want to transfer over. Either way, she's really cool. She is a summer unit. I'm kind of glad that they didn't do a summer festival this time, but the banner for this character is actually really good. There's some good picks on it, and then when you do your second rotation, you can actually pick UR festival characters. There's only 3. I think it was... I remember Lancelot and Escanor being one. Maybe Thor was the other one. I can't actually remember. But either way, let's look at the character a little bit. So increases demon allies' basic stats by 50% of the hero's initial lifesteal up to a maximum of 20%, and the hero is given the additional race of demon. So kind of the same as the old Gelda, but obviously a good stat buffer. Lifesteal is an interesting choice, but I also think it's kind of cool. I feel like lifesteal is kind of underutilized. The hero gains Blood Pact at the start of the battle, which is demon allies take 30% less damage, increases the hero's HP by the amount of HP demon allies take by using lifesteal, accumulating up to a maximum of 400,000 points, so she can obviously gain a lot of health. Excludes counter stance skills. The hero gains self-love for 3 turns at the start of the battle, which is immune to recovery-related stat restriction, which the old Gelda was already like this. I don't know why they're like there's so much of the old Gelda already getting moved over to this one. When a demon ally other than the hero takes damage from a single target attack during the enemy's turn, the hero takes 30% of the damage for them, and the hero's HP does not fall below 1 from that damage. So that's actually really cool. At the start of the ally's turn, the hero recovers HP equal to 40% of the diminished HP, and the hero's damage dealt increases by 20% up to a maximum of 60%. So she's pretty good. She's got a lot of cool stuff going on. She is a double AoE character. First skill is Blood Clot. Damage dealt is plus 1% per 1% of the target's remaining HP, so you want to use this one first if possible, like the higher HP, which is pretty cool. And then the second one is Bloodstain, which is additional damage equal to 35% of the target's remaining HP. So I don't know, kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure what order is best for this character, and I'll be honest, I don't know what the best gear is for this character either. I have an HP defense set for my other Gelda, so I made an attack lifesteal set for this one. No idea if that's actually the best way to go. Her attacks do run off of attack, whereas the other Geldas, I'm pretty sure, run off of HP, so I figured I might as well make an attack set for her anyway. We're going to do some ungeared, just to start things off. I'm already in Challenger for the week. I have been messing around with her a little bit this week, but so far, I actually really like her. I think she's really cool. They're obviously, I feel like they were like, okay, let's make a half-baked Demon King unit that's not great on his own, and then they were like, let's sell them support, which I'm not really a big fan of. There's a lot of demon characters. I feel like they could have tried to make like a holy relic for another one or something to sort of like help the relevancy of the team, but instead now you have to summon for Demon King, you have to summon for Meliodas, you have to summon for Gelda if you want the best team, which is kind of annoying in my personal opinion. Not a big fan of when they do that. So let's start with let's just use the Blood Clot skill since they're full health. Obviously, we will take some reflect damage. I don't want to disable her yet, so we're going to use 3 different skills just to make sure that we're not attacking into the Tarmia link too many times. That actually didn't do as much as I was hoping it would, so their Demon King is actually going to gain 2 stacks from the shields that we didn't break, which is a little unfortunate. We'll see how that goes. We take a little bit of damage from Meliodas Elizabeth, which is not as great. He does break shield on Melly there. Let's see. I mean, we have taunt, so it's not all bad. Okay, another single target, which is good. Which that'll help proc her passive, right? Okay, nice. He doesn't break our shield either, so we actually are going to get 2 stacks as well, which is really good because our Demon King is probably going to pop off now. Plus, they have a bunch of damage taken increases. So I'm going to go for this into this just to see how it goes. So this is the Bloodstain card. I was really hoping that would at least kill Melly Elizabeth. That might not have been the best card to use. I have seen the Blood Clot card go really hard. So maybe it would have been better to save that one. Like I said, I'm still not entirely sure which cards to use first with her. But either way. Melly, I think we run out of Rampage this turn, unfortunately, so I won't be able to really rely on. Dude, his Melly Elizabeth is doing like nothing. Okay, I still have Rampage actually, so I'm gonna throw this out just to see how much it does, and then Melly should clear. What's this gonna do? Okay, better, but I don't know. Maybe the Blood Clot card is just the one to go for. Melly's actually kind of awesome. I know I showcased him a little bit, but I didn't really showcase him to his full potential. I don't think he actually can hit really, really hard. It's kind of awesome. Okay, what do we got? Okay, human team. I'm still kind of scared of Escanor. I know I've talked about that in every video for the past month, so I'll just not talk about it. So Brunhild is kind of an issue. I almost want to try to get rid of Jinwoo, so let's try to do that. Maybe he probably has Tarmio Link on. No, he doesn't. Okay. Well, I would still end up disabling Gelda because somebody's got to have Tarmio Link on. I assume it's probably Gelda at this point. Okay, that actually did really good turn one, so maybe it's better to use that card first. But this guy could just have bad stats. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, oh wow, like this did great, and it's just the fact that the team wasn't built out. Which he was using default costume. This is regular LR costume. This guy's old, so I'd imagine you probably have outfits for him at this point, so can't really judge too much. Breaks my shield, might take decent. Reflect. I don't know how much that was. Using that card while he's not in Final Flame is not good. I can go for the level 3 here. I'm just afraid that Demon King is going to kill. I don't have any stacks, though. So we'll try it nonetheless. Demon King still does kind of hit hard sometimes. Okay, this is perfect. I want to see how much damage this does. 1.2. And ungeared is not bad at all. I think the new final boss team uses this Gelda. Still not entirely sure what the gimmick is for it because every team is using Liz Hawk, which is kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of that because I don't like that unit really. It's just like a weird gimmicky sort of unit. Another weird thing about this Gelda is she's kind of pay to win. You don't get the infect on her ultimate until 3-6, which is a little abnormal. More recently, they've been a little bit more willing. Oh, that actually looked really cool. I don't know that I've seen the actual animation for this. I'm gonna cut to her practice screen really quick so I can look at that full animation. But yeah, I don't know. They've been pretty good about making characters not super pay to win with their ultimates lately, but it looks like they're reverting back a little bit. Okay, that's a really cool ultimate animation. I really like that. I love the flower, actually. Ooh, okay. I almost never see anyone use this outfit. What is that team even? That was a weird team. I don't have Thor's Relic yet either. I need to run the Rat, which I'm dreading because I don't have the fruits for it. But I don't know. I might showcase that. I might not. It's not crazy. Okay. Another human team. Ooh, Mazzino. I don't know what it is. I love Mazzino. Mazzino is probably the coolest collab character in the entire game as far as I'm concerned. I wonder if we could kill him. I think it would be better to build up of the target's remaining HP. I'm gonna go for it just to test. That's pretty good damage. Level 2 Blood Clot. Ah, okay, well we pop Mazzino. We don't kill anybody, unfortunately. So he could be a bit of a menace here. He has to attack into melee, though, because we have the taunt. So so that might be okay, but the fact that we popped his passive is not very good. Lowers my defense. Okay, he breaks his shield, but not a whole lot of damage. Doesn't break Demon King's shield there, surprisingly. That breaks it, right? Yeah, okay. Kind of a safe play, honestly, and he loses tower, right? Ruler of the tower? Or, well, he doesn't lose it yet. Might as well AoE to put our shield back. That's gonna kill Gelda, Brunhild. Let's go. I mean, I think we can just kill with melee here. The team is pretty optimized at this point. Like, I have to say, the team is a lot better now. Obviously, after getting 2 support units in a new festival, like basically a whole new team, and they gave a Holy Relic to Chandler for the backliner, so you don't necessarily have to run Sigurd anymore, which I do still like Sigurd, don't get me wrong, but nice to have options. Okay, what do we got? Okay, Demon Team. Decent CC. Let's see. Running pre-Gelda Demon Team with Esterosa, which some people do still opt for Demiurge, which is not a terrible option. I'm personally not a huge fan of it, but, you know, people got preferences. Some people don't have new characters. It's completely fine. Level 2 to start. Didn't break the shield on 2. That's a bit unfortunate. The damage reduction and everything is nice from Gelda, though. I do like that part. I feel like we have a little bit more odds to keep our shield, which is obviously preferred, so we can actually gain Demon King stacks. This could be kind of bad. Okay, not too much damage into the actual health bar there. AoE? Yeah. This could hurt. Doesn't break Demon King's single target. Nope. Okay. No stacks for us, but honestly, not a terrible turn. He does gain his shield back, so I'm a little worried about that. He disabled his Demon King, but he has ultimate. I'm going to try for the Blood Clot card here. I think that'll kill. Melee might live. Nice. Hit the crit on him. 1.1 mil. It's pretty nuts. She's actually awesome. Like, she's actually really good. I like it a lot. I'm wondering how much of an effect it's going to have on Guild Wars. But I don't know. Guild Wars is kind of all over the place lately, so we'll see. And not a lot of people have access to it, so doesn't affect the majority. But that's so cool. I love that flower. And this little, like, blood web, or like blood tree, whatever it is. I don't know. It's really cool. Let's swap over to a little bit of gear just to see how the geared set does, because, I mean, I've already used it, but you do get a ton of lifesteal. Okay, I actually had Sigurd as my backliner for geared for whatever reason, so I might end up swapping that back. We're almost 100k CC higher on this guy, so not entirely sure. This guy might end up taking a lot of damage here. Let's go ahead and use single target on her first, so that way we can actually deal damage with the AoE. We probably end up popping Final Flame on Escanor, which is not great because he'll have max stacks, but okay, it actually didn't do as much as I was thinking it would. So 600k, not bad, but we'll see. Okay, using Jin Woo cards. That probably breaks shield on these two. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, nice. I think it's just like extra damage dealt. So maybe if they don't break the shield, that's when it doesn't deal it. So, okay. Never mind. Okay, ooh, we live with 1 shield. Or we move to the next turn with 1 shield. Just to try to break extra stacks, let's go ahead and use this first. Just to see damage, and then I can re-up my shield and then use another one for another stack. Because I think, yeah, 1.3. I don't know. It's kind of wild. This still applies our shield back, which is nice. A nice 550k. Just on Escanor. 441. So not as good as Demon King, but kind of to be expected there. We take some stacks from Sigurd's passive there and the Final Flame damage, so we don't actually get any shield. That actually didn't do as much as I thought it would, but also the damage reduction from Gelda, melee's pretty tanky. Okay, does kill my Demon King off, which is going to give me almost a brand new hand, and I have ultimate in hand, so not actually a big deal. Still have... how much is the ultimate going to do against just Sigurd, though? Out of curiosity. 824. It's not like crazy, but I mean, obviously it's enough to kill, so it doesn't really matter, but might not be relying on ultimate for damage like too bad. But then again, it's nice because I have her 4/6. We can at least infect with it if it doesn't kill. Like, I don't know, like looking at that damage could end up getting power crept to the point to where you're kind of using the ultimate not for like wipe, but for like the infect, like, you know what I mean, using it as an actual utility card instead of just a wipe. I almost want to use... I'm going to go for the break on the shield here and just disable my Gelda, because I don't really care too much. I feel like turn 1 is kind of when we get the most use out of her anyway. So let's see. We'll just break the shield on everybody so that way he doesn't gain his stacks. Oh, okay, never mind. We didn't even break it on Demon King, which is kind of crazy. We could try to go for her ultimate next turn just by throwing this card away. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do much with it since we're disabled. We have 126,000 on her passive already. Let's see. Does break my shield there. A little bit of reflect damage. Oof, okay, never mind. Gelda's done for. Might have played that wrong then. Let's see. Let's do it like this, maybe? This will definitely break shields. God, it almost didn't, though. The taunt confuses me a little bit. I need to reread his passive, because like I feel like I was... The fact that melee hits melee there, I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me. Like I said, I got to reread that. But we're probably... I think we lose our rampage at the start of this next turn, I think. We have a lot of debuffs on. They have a lot of debuffs on. The corrosion stacks are actually kind of nice. Never mind. We've lost. I think I just misplayed this one pretty bad. That was a lot. Can I even kill here? Maybe? Yeah, so we attack melee again. Maybe... I can't remember. I'm gonna have to reread that. Oh well. Okay. So I swapped Chandler to the back line. I read Meliodas' passive, but I don't... For whatever reason, I'm just not understanding how the Mark of Nightmare works, because it says, if there are 2 or more enemies when the hero uses a single target skill to inflict damage, the Mark of Nightmare is removed and the new Mark of Nightmare is applied, and that makes it to where you can only target melee. But I don't understand how, like, if I can only target melee, I don't know. It's just weird, because shouldn't my Demon King last turn not have been able to attack his Demon King? Okay, we did a lot more there. I think Chandler backliner might be better for, like, attack. Okay, we don't disable anybody since I used 3 skills from 3 different characters. We do apply some damage taken increases to ourselves there, though. Let's see. I think the additional damage that we take from skills and stuff is the reason why she she takes damage for other characters. Is that why we're not getting her shield at the beginning of the turn? Okay. AoE. That's a lot, but okay, we have good AoEs here though. So let me use this to re-up. It seems like a bad idea. Should I use the Blood Clot card first, because it's dependent on HP? Let's just do that and then reapply the shield like this. This is a cool card, though. Okay, not as much as I was hoping for. We reapply our shield there. The corrosion does take shield off of 2 characters, though. I have a feeling I'm not playing this correctly. Selfless Love, immune to recovery related stat restrictions. When a demon ally other than the hero takes damage from a single target skill, the hero takes 20% of the damage for them. So Gelda will take damage here. Yeah. Okay, Blood Clot. That was a good amount of damage. Single target there, so Gelda takes damage, but she can't die to that damage, which is actually really nice. I do like that quite a bit. I'm hoping that this kills. If it doesn't, I'm going to double down on it, and then I'm going to use melee, maybe. But I think my melee's just going to end up attacking his melee. Okay, that's good. He's going to draw his Gelda's ultimate, though, which is not good. Yeah. Ah, not quite enough. Felt like I might have needed to use the single target from Demon King there, but at the same time, if I would have used the single target there, I didn't have any, like, of the, like, stacks for it to do, like, big damage. He might have still done some good damage, but I think melee was still going to do more there. I've disabled my Demon King, though, unfortunately, so this ultimate's probably not going to do a lot. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of Reflect there. Infect ultimate. Well, depending on what level his was, it might have not infected, actually. Did it? I wasn't looking. No, he doesn't have 3/6 or higher. Ooh. Oh. That's really lucky for me. I'm going to go ahead and use this anyway. Because why wouldn't I? Boom. Pitch Black Curse. AoE. And then I guess I just try to kill melee off before he ultimates. Because his ultimate is pretty big too. The stat boost and everything. Yeah, okay. I didn't figure that was going to go like crazy. Bloodstain card. Okay, we kill off his support, so it's not all bad, but this is not looking great. I doubt we kill that. Okay. Actually surprised me there. Which, that one's the Flood card, right? Yeah, so I think we had gotten back up to full HP there. Or maybe the lifesteal from that card on melee was the reason why we're full HP. Wasn't paying close enough attention there. Yeah, and without support, she's going to be in a tough spot, so I think we're chilling. I think we're pretty much good. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of steps to this team now, or like a lot of factors that I'm having to take into account here. So I have a bad feeling that I'm not playing this quite correctly, which is not good. That makes me way less confident on wanting to put this video out. But, I mean, she's still doing good regardless. Obviously, if I'm playing it wrong, she could do better. So I'm not looking forward to that if I have been playing this wrong. That was a real player. I'm kind of surprised they stayed in after it was just Gelda. Okay. Okay, another demon team, which is cool. I kind of want to fight demon teams. Ooh, okay. Now this is the turn that I like, because I can use an AoE and not feel terrible about it. Let's go for something like this, so we can hopefully break shields and not disable ourselves. Okay, that did way more than I thought it was going to. Good amount of damage there. Flood card here. Not a whole lot, but melee doesn't really do too much until turn 2 anyway. Ooh. A level 3 AoE. Depending on the stacks he leaves us with here, which is probably going to be none. Yeah, none. He disables his Gelda, though, so it's not terrible. Single target here. She'll take some damage, but she should also gain a lot of HP back at the beginning of the turn. Yeah. That is actually kind of nice. I think Melee's only going to be able to attack Melee, and then let's do blood clot. Blood clot. Blood clot's a weird word. Blood clot first, and then we will level 3 AoE with Demon King, because I'm pretty sure they're dead here anyway. Okay, 1.3 on that. Who's his backliner, though? Because I feel like our damage is weirdly inconsistent. That actually didn't do as much as I thought it was going to. But no stacks on Demon King, so not surprising. Okay, so he's using Chandler. I think the times when we haven't done as much has been when he's running Sigurd. So maybe Sigurd's better for, like, tank heft? Oh, well. I don't know. A little odd. Definitely still a good character and everything, though. I like this Gelda quite a bit. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a festival, considering last year we had Sabnak as a summer festival. So it's kind of odd that they were like, okay, no festival this year, and we're going to swap it to Gelda. I don't know, instead of like an OC, which I think a lot of people were expecting Salos or whatever her name is. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if I'm playing this wrong, because I feel like I am, but at the same time, maybe I'm not, and I'm just overthinking it. Probably not, though. Either way, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.